Welcome to another vlog, ladies and wolves, here on Wolf of Dubai, your financial, business and investing channel. So make sure to subscribe and sum up this video to see more of my vlogs about investing and stocks and stock market. And today we are talking about growth stocks. And if you're talking about growth stocks, you have to forget about PE, PS ratios, fundamentals, profit, and so on and so forth. So forget half of what you learned here on this channel. I think I need this Men in Black thing, you know? That's it, so let's dive into it. So we're looking into 3 different stocks today from 3 different industries because I want to show you that there is some growth stocks and what to look in growth stocks and which industries they are and why they are so interesting if you are looking for something more risky. Of course, you know, if you're looking into growth stocks are considered like Amazon. They didn't make profit for years, you know, they put everything into investing into the company. We're looking into Netflix, you know. We look in this kind of companies that grow very fast and on the fundamental side of the stock maybe are very high in PE ratio, very high in PS ratio, very high into debt, and so on and so forth. And we will not talk about Tesla, one of my favorite growth stocks, because you know there's a lot of Tesla out there already. So we are talking about, I make a deep research on some very interesting stocks, and the first one is actually one that was in the media very often in the latest weeks. It is Beyond Meat. Okay, so Beyond Meat is doing something very good, I believe, and something that is very good for our planet. It's very good for to have variety in products and so on. So as you know, the CO2 produced by cows, for example, or other, you know, meats that we eat is very high. So not only, you know, cars and engines and so on are producing the CO2 that destroying slowly our planet, but it's also the meat that we eat, and meat requires a lot of land. So you know, also forests are getting destroyed to produce more land for meat, and Beyond Meat is trying to challenge that. How and why they are so successful, you might ask, and I will reply to you right now after you subscribed and thumb up this video, because this is very important if you are new here, and if you're already coming, thank you very much that you're coming back to watch another video. So Beyond Meat, actually they knocked out the code to produce artificial meat for people that don't eat meat, and it tastes like meat. You got the point, right? So actually you have meat that looks and, you know, tastes like meat, or almost very similar. I didn't try it so far, but apparently it's very similar, almost same. People didn't taste the difference. And so you actually thinking that you eating meat, but you know it's artificial and it made out of different kind of ingredients, you know, like green stuff and so on. So it's basically artificial meat that you're eating there, and you know there's fast food restaurants that adopting this meat and producing less meat of farms and real meat of cows and these other animals that we eat, and they are so successful that they have a net revenue of 67.3 million, which is approximately 287% gain year over year. So huge number to gain, and the stock just year to date rose about 140%, which is really high. And you know they did just their IPO this year. So very interesting stock. Let's dive into the next one, which talks about your doctor in the app. Alright, our next growth stock company is Teladoc. So Teladoc is challenging how we visit doctors. So imagine that if you have flu, bronchitis, some infection, if you have some allergies, you are on statistic-based measures going through this kind of things 3 times per year to the doctor on average in the US. So obviously, you know, you have to find the doctor, you have to make an appointment, you get the medicine prescription and so on. So there's a whole process, and if you are not able to go to the doctor or find a place in the schedule by the doctor, or maybe you are outside your city or your country and cannot visit the doctor, you know, or even worse, you have to go to the AR and pay $150 to $750, which is huge, guys. So in the US, this is no joke, and I believe, you know, this is a super nice model because you actually speak with the doctors through the app. You telling them everything, you know, he can see you, you know, you can, I don't know if you can show them your throat through the app. So actually there's so much things to do that an iPad can do now. I think you're basically standing in front of your doctor virtually and he can ask you things and so on. So the appointment, he can make much more appointments per day, and you are super fast, and then you get the prescription, you can go to your pharmacy, get your medicine, and you are on the way to the healing. So I believe this is a super nice idea, though of course they don't make any profit yet, but look at those numbers. Well, in Q1 2018 they made just about $90 million, and already in Q1 1 year later in 2019 they made 28, almost 29 million more, so $129 million. So there's a year-over-year growth of revenue by 43%. And also the international revenue carried the way in 2018 and was rising over 300%. And this is very interesting to look into, because I think this is the future, that, you know, visit doctors and so on via app and get just medical advice, because most of the time it's just, you know, a little cough or an allergy or something like a flu and so on. Obviously, you know, if it's something more serious, then you definitely have to see the doctor, but you know, this is something, and if it's an emergency, you also know by the doctor seeing you and he say, hey, no, you should definitely go to a doctor immediately, you know, this things, you know, immediately as well. So it's a super nice idea. Let's see how this company move forward and when they will be profit one day. The next company is called Genesys, and Genesys is actually an IT company, and they are increasing their revenues by 70% year over year, which is amazing, and their sales are going up 112% year over year, and this is amazing. So what Genesys do is actually bringing the software there that call centers are working in into the cloud. So imagine the following: you are having a mid-size call center and you have like thousands of, or let's say hundreds of employees, and they have their, you know, notices, and they have, you know, they use some old softwares, and they have to all synchronize, and you have to get all the data and make sure they work in it, and so on and so forth. So they are bringing this software totally to the cloud, so the clients or your employees are having a full customer service. You know, they can email them, text them while they are on the call with the client. They can do some action directly into the software, and the software sends emails, SMS, all these things, all these features, all in the cloud, so all can work at the same time, which is, you know, cloud is definitely the way to go in the future. You know, I believe that cloud, not only in gaming like Google Stadia and so on, are the future, of course, but also, you know, software and back-end software like that, and IT is going definitely into the cloud. You know, we see also apps like Microsoft Word and Excel, all are in the cloud by now. You can get subscription-based apps like Photoshop and so on for very less price. So this is the future now. Subscriptions and cloud, I see very big potential, and this is apparently one of the market leader in this kind of software. So definitely a B2B business, and very interesting to watch, and with this growth numbers, definitely a candidate for the top 3. There is definitely much more. Let me know which one is your favorite, and I see you tomorrow because I'm vlogging every day. Thank you for watching, and peace.